Hello and welcome to my second to last video of 30 Days of Insights. I can't believe how 30 days have flown by, and I also can't believe I've done a live video every single day this month. So today's topic, what I wanted to share with you, was all about storytelling, because I felt this way, and I'm sure that there's some of you out there who have also felt this way or are currently feeling this. So I used to think that I was not a good storyteller, and I thought I didn't have a whole lot to share, that my story wasn't that interesting, that other people's stories were so much more fascinating in the world, and you know, this was just how life went. It didn't really bug me, and at the same time, I knew there was a deeper yearning in me to want to share my story. I just didn't know how and where to even begin. So this is where I'm really inspired to talk about this topic today, because I feel like in the past year, I've really transformed personally in my willingness and openness to share my story, and now I'm really passionate about supporting others to do the same. Because I want you to know that you do have a story. Your story is incredibly meaningful, and it has something to offer to someone out there to make a difference in their world. Even if all it is sharing your story so that other people don't feel alone, like they've gone through the similar struggles or life events or whatever it is, there's always a meaningful difference and an impact you can make on others by sharing your story. So how do you start? How do you develop this storyteller ability? Well, first of all, don't make it so lofty. I think sometimes we think of storytellers as these people who are incredible at weaving together past events and really amping up, the climax of the story and taking you through the full story arc, and are really pros at this. However, every single storyteller that I know out there, even the ones that are really well known, they all started from somewhere. So when you're in the beginning stages, it's really just about starting. And the way that I started was number one, I started to pay closer attention and more present moment awareness as to what was going on in my life. I started to dig into my past memories as a child, and this can be really difficult for a lot of us. I actually had a lot of trouble in the beginning accessing memories as a kid. It didn't make sense to me. Like, I had years of memories and I couldn't really pull on them. And yet slowly over time, I started to piece together these different life events that happened to me that made me into who I am today. So as you start to reflect, and that's really number one, is reflection, then it's about creating a way to capture some of these elements. And in the beginning, you're really just doing it for you. So for me, what I find really helpful is journaling. You can also be starting to just bring in these tidbits and talk about your stories with friends or loved ones or close people around you, and just starting to bring in more and more of some of your past and what you've been through. And then from there, as it starts to snowball and you pick up more energy around this, then it's finding what's your outlet. Where would you feel really inspired to share your story? And it can be anything. It can be through social media, it can be through creating your own blog, it can be through photography, and you just create these little captions. You can do it in any way that really speaks to you. And I know it can feel really scary in the beginning. It can be nerve-wracking. You might even ask yourself, who's going to read this? Who's going to even care? And yet, I really want to encourage you that you have something to offer. You really do. Every single one of us has a story that is impactful, powerful, and can really make a difference for others. I also really I saw a quote once by Brene Brown, and she talked about how every single person in this world has a story that will bring you to your knees. And I truly believe that we're all incredible human beings who have gone through ups and downs in life, and we've all had different struggles of different varieties, and yet by coming together and sharing our story, we can feel that much more connected and also create the sense of unity amongst us. So start now. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be grandiose. You don't have to turn it into a book. You don't have to have an end goal for it. Just start to really reflect on your past Then start to share it in small ways with others or just with yourself in a journal, and see where your creativity takes you from there. That's my video for today, and tomorrow will be my last video, so I will see you then. Take care, everyone.